What's up, family? Welcome to Mini Bytes Session 12, and today's theme is resistance. My name is Erin, and I'm an executive coach, and I work with a coaching platform called the Trifecta Core Health Initiative. And before I share thoughts on today's theme, I've been doing this for about 2 weeks now. These YouTube videos are new for me, and part of the reason I decided to start doing these videos is because I was starting to have a little bit of trouble with some of the coaches out there and their talk about authenticity, but how their approach wasn't feeling so genuine. And that's just my story. That's my perception. I have no idea what's actually happening with these individuals, but more and more I'm seeing that a lot of the coaches that are being praised out there are the ones that are still talking about things like burning the candle at both ends, still kind of have this in your face approach, which, you know, for folks who know me know that I can definitely be pretty intense and you know, tap into the power within, but that shows up in a lot of different ways, you know. And so I guess for me, part of what I want to accomplish with these videos is, number one, just showing up as I am, recognizing that some days I'm going to feel like giving a pep talk, and other days I'm going to feel like just listening. Some days I'm going to want to talk about gratitude, and other days I'm going to want to talk about challenges. The important thing in all of this is, you know, I'm grateful to be able to share, and perhaps my story resonates, which is another reason I started doing these videos, recognizing that my story is unique and can be helpful to others and hold space for others who are perhaps thinking about sharing their story as well. So today's topic, today's theme of resistance, there are times I go through periods of resistance. For me, they seem to show up as phases. Like, I'll start resisting in one area of my life. I don't address it because maybe I don't see it. And then that starts to spill into other areas of my life. And that's happening for me right now. And it's really almost comical because it kind of feels like when you're a kid and you throw a tantrum because you don't want to do something. That's kind of been happening for me. But the cool part about it is I'm seeing it. Why do I resist? Why do I resist things? Why do I resist changes in my career, or, you know, transitions in how I approach my work? How do I approach changes in relationship status, going from single to being in a relationship? When I start to resist certain aspects of those changes, why is that happening? Well, number one, it's physiological. Literally, what happens inside of my body, the response that my body has to change, has my body wanting to go back to the place before that change happened. That triggers an emotional reaction where emotionally I feel like I want to take care of my body and go back to the place before that change happened. And then the other piece I want to capture are the stories that I tell myself around why that change is not a good idea. And I tell myself a lot of stories. I consider myself a master storyteller. And so some of what I'm resisting right now involves an evolution into a new type of living for me that I have been praying on and setting intentions around and making vision boards for as long as I've known that I could do that. And it's, like I said, almost comical because I'm literally pushing back. Like, I feel myself physically pushing back against some of these changes that are happening. I'm resisting them. I'm resisting new ideas. And what I am now focusing on as a result of that is, number one, contentment and peace. Contentment and peace with my life exactly as it is right now. Because here's the deal. If I am not fully accepting, embracing, and grateful at least part of the time for everything I have right now, then no matter what happens, I'll never be satisfied. So forget the change and forget the resistance. So that for me is always baseline. Number one, where am I at? How do I feel about my life? How do I feel about my current life circumstances? What do I need to do to recharge and reset there? Followed by embracing change, surrendering to this need to control or maintain things as they are, and recognizing that that change is benefiting me even if I can't see it yet. So that's pretty much it for today. Wanted to share a little bit about that, how I'm moving through it. One technique I have been using as well from the trifecta model involves a technique called the stop technique. And, stop, take a moment, observe, and practice. So if I'm feeling frustrated or resistant or pushing back, just really taking that step back, taking a moment, observing what the situation is, and then putting into practice an outcome that involves acceptance. So thanks for your time. Love you all. Enjoy.